Hi, I'm Stella. After 10 years of saving every penny and working two jobs, I finally got my dream house. A cute colonial with a wraparound porch that I've had my eye on since I was 16. You'll never afford a place like that, sweetie. Be realistic. That's what my mom, Diana, told me when I first pointed out the house while we were driving through the nice part of town. Dad just laughed and said I should focus on finding a husband with money instead of chasing pipe dreams. But I did it. All those double shifts at the hospital as a nurse, the weekend gigs doing home care, the skipped vacations and secondhand clothes. It all paid off when I signed those papers last month. The look on the realtor's face when I showed up with my down payment was priceless. Congratulations, Miss Wells. The house is officially yours. I spent weeks getting everything perfect for the housewarming. Fresh paint in the living room, new curtains that Elaine, my cousin, had said were too fancy for someone like you when I mentioned them at Christmas. I even splurged on custom invitations. Hey, so the housewarming is next Saturday at 3. I'd really love for you to be there. Of course we'll come. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Mom sounded genuinely excited on the phone. I'll bring that spinach dip everyone loves, Dad chimed in from the background. One by one, they all confirmed. Marcus, my brother, said he was super proud and would definitely be there. Elaine and her husband Jake promised to bring a bottle of champagne. Even my Aunt Teresa said she'd drive up from Springfield. Saturday morning, I was up at dawn. I baked 3 different kinds of cookies, prepared finger sandwiches, and arranged flowers from my new garden. The house looked like something out of a magazine. This is really happening, I whispered to myself, straightening the welcome home banner for the 10th time. 3 o'clock came, then 3:30, 4. No one showed up. Hey, Mom, just checking if you're on your way? Voicemail. Marcus, everything okay? The party started an hour ago. No response. By 6, the ice in the punch bowl had melted, the cookies had hardened, and I was sitting alone on my new couch in my empty house, staring at my phone. That's when the notification popped up. A photo on Elaine's Instagram. A big group, laughing, raising glasses. The caption read, "Family time at Marcus's new promotion party. So proud." There they all were. Mom, Dad, Elaine, Jake, Teresa, even my cousins from Rochester. All at Marcus's apartment celebrating. Everyone I'd invited, who'd promised to come see my dream house. I zoomed in on the timestamp. Posted 3 hours ago. They'd never planned to come at all. The worst part wasn't even the empty house. It was knowing they'd all chosen to lie to me. That they'd all known about this competing event, and not one of them had the decency to tell me. I closed the app, set down my phone, and looked around at my beautiful, empty house. 10 years of work. Not a single family member who cared enough to show up. I showed up at my parents' house the next morning, still wearing yesterday's makeup. Mom opened the door, and her smile dropped instantly. Oh, Stella, what a surprise. Is it really a surprise, Mom? After you all stood me up yesterday? She ushered me inside, glancing nervously at the neighbors' windows. Don't be dramatic. There was a misunderstanding about the date. A misunderstanding that everyone had at the exact same time? While you were all at Marcus's place? Mom busied herself making coffee. Your brother got a promotion. It was a last-minute thing. Last minute? The Instagram post showed balloons, catered food, and a banner. That takes planning. Well, you know how your brother is. Very spontaneous. So spontaneous that everyone managed to show up there instead of my housewarming that was planned for weeks? Mom sighed dramatically. I'm sorry if you feel hurt, but feel hurt? I don't feel hurt, Mom. I feel lied to. I left before she could spin more excuses. Walking back to my car, I noticed a guy watering plants next door. Rough morning, he called over. You could say that. I'm Nathan, moved in last month. We got talking, and I mentioned my family situation. Wait, Stella Wells? Your cousin Elaine was at the salon where my sister works. She was telling everyone your house is falling apart and you're in massive debt. The betrayal hit like a punch. She said what? Yeah. Something about you faking success and the house being a money pit. I remember because my sister mentioned the address. It's that beautiful colonial on Maple, right? Definitely not falling apart. Back home, I started digging. I texted my cousin Jake, Elaine's husband, who's always been decent to me. Hey, just wondering how long Marcus's promotion party was in the works? The reply came quickly. At least 3 weeks. Why? 3 weeks. He'd planned it deliberately to overlap with my housewarming. I called Teresa, my straight-talking aunt. Why didn't anyone come yesterday? Oh, honey, your father said you'd postponed because of plumbing issues. Dad said what? Victor told everyone not to bother you because you were stressed about repairs. Said you'd reschedule when things settled down. I drove to the coffee shop near Marcus's office, knowing my family often met there. Luck was on my side. Marcus, Elaine, and Dad were at a corner table. I slipped into a booth behind them, hidden by a large plant. Poor Stella and her big empty house, Elaine snickered, always trying to prove she's better than us. At least we didn't have to pretend to be impressed, Marcus laughed. What does she know about owning property anyway? She'll be asking for money when it all falls apart, Dad said. Always was reaching beyond her station. Should have listened when I told her to be practical. Remember when she said she'd be making 6 figures by 30? Elaine giggled. And Victor, you told everyone at Christmas not to encourage her delusions? Did my duty as a father, Dad replied proudly. Can't have her getting ideas. She'll just get disappointed. I'd heard enough. They weren't just unsupportive. They were actively sabotaging me, deliberately crushing my dreams while pretending to care. Walking back to my car, something shifted inside me. The hurt crystallized into something harder, colder, more purposeful. They'd made their choice. Now I would make mine. I spent the next week crafting my plan. I needed proof, not just for others, but for myself. I needed to know exactly how deep this betrayal went. First step, plant different secrets with different family members. I called Mom first. Hey, I'm thinking about quitting nursing to start my own medical billing company. It's a huge opportunity, but please keep it quiet until I'm ready to announce. Of course, honey. My lips are sealed. Next, I called Dad. I'm considering selling the house already. Got an offer that would double my investment. Don't tell anyone yet, especially Mom. She'll just worry. Smart thinking, Stella. Your secret's safe with me. For Marcus, I shared a fake health scare. For Elaine, a made-up romantic interest. For Teresa, a potential relocation. Each time stressing the confidential nature of the information. Within 48 hours, Nathan texted me. Your cousin's at the salon again. Now she's saying you're quitting your job for some half-baked business scheme? I started recording family calls, which is legal in our state with one-party consent. Diana, did you tell Elaine about my business idea? The one I specifically asked you to keep private? I might have mentioned it to your father, but that's all. That's funny because she's telling everyone at her salon. Well, you know how word gets around. Each trap confirmed what I already knew. Nothing stayed secret. Everything became ammunition. The next phase was trickier. I needed deeper dirt, especially on Marcus. His promotion seemed fishy. He'd been at his company less than a year. I called an old nursing school friend who now worked at Marcus's firm. Hey, Rachel, random question. Did Marcus Wells recently get promoted? Marcus? No way. He's on thin ice, actually. Showed up with fake references. Management's building a case. Bingo. Not only was there no promotion, but my golden boy brother was about to get fired for fraud. For my parents, I dug through old emails and found a goldmine. Years of messages between Mom and Dad, discussing how to manage Stella's expectations and keep her from getting too ambitious. One from Dad to Mom read, If Stella actually succeeds, what does that say about the rest of us? Better she learns her limitations now. Another from Mom. Agreed. I told her the nursing program was probably too challenging. Hopefully she listens this time. I printed everything. Screenshots of Elaine's gossip from Nathan's sister, transcripts of recorded calls, Marcus's employment situation, emails from my parents spanning years of systematic discouragement. I created a folder for each family member, documenting their betrayals with timestamps and evidence. Then I texted them all. Family dinner at my place, Saturday at 6. I'm making a special announcement. Everyone must attend. Elaine replied first. What's the occasion? I'm finally taking your advice. That got them all confirming quickly. I spent Friday preparing, not food, but presentation materials. Everything meticulously organized for maximum impact. Ready for this? Nathan asked, helping me set up my dining room. They have no idea what's coming. Saturday at 6 p.m. sharp, my doorbell rang. They all arrived together. Mom, Dad, Marcus, Elaine, and Jake. I welcomed them with a plastic smile. Wow, nice place, Stella. Smaller than I expected, Elaine commented, looking around critically. The important thing is she's proud of it, Mom said with that condescending tone I'd somehow never noticed before. Let's eat. I'm starving. Marcus headed straight for the dining room. They found place settings with folders instead of plates. Their names were written on each one. What's this? I thought we were having dinner. Dad frowned. Oh, we're having something much more satisfying. I switched on the projector I'd set up. Please, everyone take a seat. Once seated, I clicked to the first slide. An image of Elaine at the salon appeared. What the hell is this? Elaine demanded. This is your intervention, or rather, mine. Open your folders. They did, confusion turning to shock as they saw their own words staring back at them. Elaine, you told everyone my house is falling apart and I'm drowning in debt. Here are statements from 6 people who heard you. I was just concerned, Marcus, you never got a promotion. In fact, you're about to be fired for falsifying your credentials. Your boss confirmed this yesterday when I called. Marcus's face drained of color. You had no right to. Mom and Dad, these are emails spanning 10 years where you actively plotted to undermine my confidence and manage my expectations. Direct quotes. Those were private, Mom gasped. And these are recordings of each of you spreading the fake secrets I told you in confidence last week. Notice how they all got twisted to make me look bad. The room fell silent as they flipped through their evidence packets. Stella, honey, we can explain, Dad started. I'm sure you can, but I'm not interested. Here's what happens now. Marcus, I've sent copies of your fake references to HR. Elaine, screenshots of your gossip are now with everyone at your salon and PTA group. Mom and Dad, those emails went to the whole extended family this morning. You can't do this, Mom cried. Already done. For years you've worked to keep me small, dismissed my dreams, sabotaged my achievements, lied to my face. We're family, Dad pleaded. We make mistakes. This wasn't a mistake. It was a pattern, and it ends today. I'm sorry, okay? Is that what you want to hear? Marcus stood up, angry now. You've always been so dramatic. Sorry doesn't fix decades of betrayal, and I'm not interested in your opinion of me anymore. My phone pinged. A text from Marcus's boss. Meeting set for Monday, bringing HR. I showed it to him. Better update that resume. You've ruined me, he whispered. No, you did that yourself. One by one, they tried different tactics. Tears from Mom, threats from Dad, deflection from Elaine, bargaining from Marcus. I stayed unmoved. I want you all out of my house and my life. We're done. After they left, I took down the presentation materials and set up for a real housewarming. Nathan arrived first, followed by my actual friends from work and nursing school. How'd it go? Nathan asked, helping me arrange food on the now empty dining table. Exactly as planned. Turns out the dream house wasn't the only thing I needed to buy myself. What else? Freedom. We clinked glasses as more friends arrived, filling my home with genuine laughter and support. This was what a housewarming should be. This was what family should feel like. What would you have done if you were Stella? Would you have exposed your family's betrayal publicly, or would you have confronted them privately? Or would you have just cut ties without the dramatic confrontation? The line between justified revenge and becoming toxic yourself can be thin. Did Stella cross it, or did her family deserve everything they got? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story of standing up to toxic family members, hit that like button and subscribe for more revenge stories that will make you think. New videos every week about people who finally said enough is enough.